got this got the Massey set up in here. It just couldn't get it started, so like I said, I rolled it down the hill, and then I had to push it in here. Wasn't too bad. I had to do it myself, and it's kind of hot today too. But anyway, I'm gonna get some of this side stuff off because it's always in the way. Hoping to break it off here and take off maybe at the carburetor or something like that for the intake manifold. And then somewhere over here on the coolant side. But first, the gas tank's got to come off. I assume that all of this metal's got to come off. It doesn't come off very easily. It's like a full disassembly, I think. So I'm going to see how I can get in there and what kind of access I get. But let's see. And then let's see. I will. Not sure what I'm going to do with the thermostat. How I'm going to handle that. I might just be able to undo it. I'm not sure. I have to think about that more. But anyway, first things first, I gotta get this side stuff off. And then also, I'll let you. This thing has been overheating. We haven't had oil in the coolant. We haven't had any coolant in the oil. It certainly acts like something like some sort of head gasket issue. But those two things, normally you see that. And also it has good compression. So that throws me off a little bit more. So I'm thinking either, we went through and did a whole new cooling system. The water pumps on these things are just very, very, very simple. This whole thing is fairly simple, which is kind of frustrating why it won't work. But we've rebuilt the carburetor, messed with the timing, and I've used higher octane fuel, new air filter. I just had really no luck. It just almost instantly gets hot. So we'll see. This is very new to me. I'm not done almost anything on tractors, even though I've had this one apart 100 times. It seems like the past two, well, ever since we had it, we've had some issues with this thing getting hot, and it's very, very frustrating. So we need to use it, or else it's kind of worthless. But anyway, I'm gonna take the tank off. This is like the 100th time I'm taking this fuel tank off. Get pretty good at it. Plus, I'll leave a couple bolts off that are hard as heck to get to. But yeah, that's where we're at. I'm stuck as always. And then maybe one day I can work on a bigger tractor. Nah, actually I can't really work on it. It's probably got to be split at this point, and it's too big to fit in my garage. But anyway, 2 tractors down. Some respects to think about buying a third. I don't see anything obvious. I still need to clean up the head gasket and stuff like that. But like I said, I was hoping to see something very, very obvious. Did not. Cylinders look pretty good. Now I have to you can see that the coolant's milky. But here's the issue. That was never the case. We rebuilt the cooling system all last year, and it was not like that. It was clear. But I had forgotten where we have this, where there's no lights, and there's just a little building where we usually store this thing. And we busted open a hydraulic drum, and we had a coolant tank around. We filled it up. We filled those with hydraulic fluid. I went to add a little bit of coolant to this thing at one point because we had some coolant leaks. And, well, ever since then, yeah, we've had some. I never completely flushed it, so that's why I assume it's still milky. But I know that would be glaring. But in this instance, I really didn't want to flush it just because we've always had such a bad time with this this tractor overheating. But anyway, I'm gonna try to take this to work, clean up this stuff. I went through the head with the bore scope, and I didn't see anything obvious. Obviously, I've got to get in here. What I'm thinking of doing is taking this out and like really flushing it with clear water, and just going from there. Of course, I'll probably stuff some rags in the cylinders or whatever so I don't get water in them. I don't know exactly what's the best method actually, but try to figure out something. But yeah, right now I'm still stumped. I'm wondering, maybe this is some kind of coolant flow thing, but we've gone through we've put 2 different water pumps on it, and it doesn't do anything. So, and it's a very simple. It comes with an entire housing and rotor. In fact, I have the old one off over here, and the in play feels good. But yeah, it was overheating with this one. It's overheating with the new one. But like I said, and this is just like a straight up shaft. I mean, and then it's very close to a plate. So, plate. There you see. So I'm really confused about how this could affect it. But it's always been a problem. So, not really sure what to do.